Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to prepare to grow some vegetables for autumn into winter. And I've got Tom here with me.
Hey guys.
So what we've got here is we've got some really nice compost, we've got some vermiculite, and we've got some coir. And of course our microbes and feeder. We're going to be looking at carrots, some baby carrots. We're going to be putting in some radishes.
Yummy.
And some beetroot.
Delicious.
Yeah. We've got a mixture of pots here as well. I've got some smaller pots and I've got some bigger pots, and I want to see how they perform in each one before I put them out in my beds. I've got some old soil in here, so I put that back in there. This hasn't actually been used, and it's just been sitting there. It's very dry. If you're using an item like perlite, you can recycle that over and over again. So if you've got a sieve, you can get that out of there. If you buy something with perlite in it, you can get that out of there and reuse it over and over again. You want to have a reasonable mix of your compost material. This will help hold moisture because of all the pores in it. And this compost has been made using the SoiLife microbes as well. So we know it's got no nasties in it. We know it's really high quality. Add in some coir. So what do you think coir is going to do for us, Tom?
I don't know, is it going to break down and kind of assist retaining moisture to the soil? Or?
Spot on.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. So it's a really great absorber of water. So we'll just give that a mix through and just check the quantities. So you can work to a really specific mix, like a lot of people have their percentages. Personally, I just like to eyeball it. Do you want to do one?
Sure.
So give it a good pat in. Just like to be able to see the edge of my trays. That will settle down a bit. Fill this guy up.
So what's next, Adam?
So what's next? We're going to put our seeds in. Do you want to do the beetroot?
Sure.
Okay. Seeds and competition. I put a few seeds in each hole when I'm planting out because each of these seeds will compete for that space, and I want to select the best one coming through. So that gives me the strongest plant, the healthiest plant that I can possibly get to start. Competition in the seed world and the plant world is fierce. So Tom, I've just got my holes there and I've got my seeds in. Now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of material over the top just to cover those seeds up, not disturb the pot too much more, and just pat that down, just to give them a really good chance.
So 3 in each hole?
Yeah, let's go with 3. If you put 4 in, doesn't matter. So it's a balance of just a few in each hole, depending on the variety that you're planting, but I like to put in 3 or 4 seeds of beetroot, of carrot, and of the radish that we're planting as well. What I really like to do is I like to now hold them in the water with a bit of SoiLife in there. That'll allow them to take up as much water as the soil will hold, rather than watering from the top and then potentially losing our seed. We're putting too much force into that little punnet right now.
I love that.
Yeah, so shall we do that?
Of course, that sounds great.
So I've got a bucket of water here and I'll add some SoiLife. Do you want to add the feeder?
Mm-hmm.
So the microbes, I'm just going to maybe count to 3 in this amount of water, which is about 8 litres in there.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Look at that big glob.
Ooh, that's all kelp.
Kelp?
Yeah, so that's the kelp that's settled out in the bottom. You can chuck that straight in there. I'll get that on my garden later. Grab our punnets and we can just hold them in that water like that. And because they're small, they shouldn't take too long to fill up. A little hack that we're doing here is filling our newly potted plants up from the bottom. So that allows this potting mix to take up as much water as it needs. It gets into the coir, it gets into the vermiculite we've got in there. Those 2 products will hold that water for longer, keeping that soil moist and allowing the seeds to then germinate, hopefully a lot more efficiency and with the amount of moisture that they need in there. So you can see now these pots have taken up all the water they need, and they will just drain out any excess themselves. And now I'll keep an eye on these, make sure that they're moist enough each day, and watch for these seedlings and seeds to sprout, and choose the strongest one out of the bunch. If you want any more tips like this, tune in to our socials.
If you've got any questions, would love to hear what you're facing, what challenges you're up against in your garden. Leave them in the comments below and we'll be sure to answer them.
Yeah, I'll be checking those, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.